Welcome to the Eskimo experience. Battery level 120%, firing mode, frosty.
Righto, it's Brother James here. I got Brother Timmy with me. We are starting off the Eski Couch, which is our brand new podcast. It'll also be watching the video. It'll go up on YouTube. So check out the Eskimo Brothers YouTube channel. Brother Timmy, how are you, my man?
Yeah, good, man. How are you?
Yeah, ticking along. We're kicked off the season. We're 1 week in, one tournament in. So the averages are pretty high at the moment for tournaments played.
I was going to say it's a nice early start for you guys. We're still enjoying a lovely off season over here in WA.
Nice.
I think we're actually back at training this weekend. So
yeah, I've seen the Instagram and stuff, and you guys have had the pick of the weather. I must say, you've had some blue skies over that way.
Yeah, nothing but blue skies, and this week nothing but hot weather. Rolling in like a couple of 38s, almost 40 degrees on Saturday, sort of thing. So I think Sunday's cooling down a little bit to manageable levels for training.
Mate, the closest I've had to beach weather is the puddles on my balcony, mate. We've had nothing but rain in the afternoons. It's been, it hasn't been the best start to the year. If you want summer, it's been good for the people that need rain, though. So it's a catch-22. Did have the pleasure of playing Wagga. It topped out at 32 degrees on Saturday, which was nice. Good paintball weather. It was good. Always a fun event down there. Dwayne puts on a good show. And I enjoy playing on his turf. It's just good fun. You just slide.
I was going to say, it does not look terrible. It really does not look terrible.
It's magic. The first time I went down there, I played in just trail running shoes because I figured the cleats aren't going to bite into the material. So that's been my go-to is trail running shoes. So that's my tip for anyone watching playing on turf. Get a pair of trail running shoes, nice heavy lugs in it, and you'll have a good time every time.
So we used to use the Nike indoor soccer shoes, the ones that have the little studs, tiny little studs on them. Yeah, so that's what we always used for Singapore, World Cup Asia, all the indoor events we played with the turf. Yep, that's what most of us ran. Or if you could get away with it, track spikes.
Yeah. Well, Alex War, who plays out of Wagga, did play with TPC back in the day. He had indoor soccer shoes on. So, and that was his tip. So he's got the inside knowledge. He plays and trains on it, has done for a couple of years. And yeah, he swears by it. So, we're both on the same, all on the same wavelength there, which was good. And some great paintball was played down there. I love little events where everyone plays everyone, and it's not just the pros versus the pros. I like it when you mix up divisions. It makes for a bit of fun.
A chance of growth too from the younger and newer players.
Yeah, exactly. And it gives them, like I was talking to Michael, so he's one of the plays for the Eskimos in AMS, and he took great pride in the fact that he shot me out. So, and he was quite happy, and he shot me out twice. I shot him out, I think, 3 times. And we had some good little stoushes. He was playing on the snake side, and then he switched to the Dorito side. But it was just that joy that the lower div players get when they shoot you. It's good fun. So I do love it.
It's good, man. That's that little bit of encouragement that all anyone needs. Like if they shoot someone out that they know, especially that might be at a higher skill level than them, it's amazing what they can do for the confidence and how much that can keep them in the game.
Yeah. So, and that's, I think of events like that. Like I always go to Wagga. It's the first event of the year. I think of it as a hit and giggle and a bit of fun. And I always just go for a good time. And I guess it's one of those events where I just try to wave the flag for the Eskimos and let people know that there's love out there for you. Because we're Eskimos. We love everyone, man.
Dude, that's what the Eskimos about. It's what 3-man itself's about, though. Yeah. Realistically, it's one of the best formats to get yourself started in. Always has been, because it can't be treated seriously. I mean, obviously it can be, but realistically, the spirit of it shouldn't be treated so seriously. Yeah. Everyone should be there trying to help each other out. And as you said, everyone should be playing everyone if it can be worked out.
Exactly. And it's you and 2 mates. It's an easy way to get a team together. I wasn't going to go down, and, I sort of messaged Wayne and said, do you have a spot? He said, no, I don't. And then he messaged me the next day and said, one of the big teams pulled out. Can you come? And I was like, yeah, we should be able to get a team together. So 3 messages later, we had a team, and accommodation was booked, so it was good.
Nice.
So,
come to the rescue
always
for
fun.
numbers there, especially with all the COVID madness for all you guys.
It's getting bad over here. Like we're full on up to have to wear a mask in public places. So, which is an on the spot $200 fine if you don't have one. So, which is it's getting chaotic. I don't know how that's going to bode for the rest of the season for a season. So
everyone over there, this side of the country, yeah, we're all happy days. I was at the pub for New Year's, no masks, been at the beach. Our WA season will be going ahead no matter what. We've got a few things that work this year that we're going to try and do. A couple extra little events as well.
Yeah, good.
But yeah, it's going to be making it interesting for traveling, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, I was talking to Jamie earlier today, and he was holding high hopes for a vaccine to fix it all. So let's hope Jamie's right. But yeah, we'll see how all that goes. So,
look, I think the vaccine's definitely going to get it across the line eventually. I don't know how quickly it could get out there, to be honest.
Yeah. So exactly, and to the numbers they're talking. So now, we'll moving on. We'll do a medical recap. How's everything with the eye, man?
Yeah, the eye's coming along, man.
All golden.
I've actually got an appointment this Thursday to see a surgeon.
Yeah.
With that one, supposedly I'm getting a test to find out what lens I need to put in, and then we'll tee up when the surgery's happening. Once that's done, old Timmy Two Eyes is back.
No longer Timmy the pirate.
Yeah, no more parrots on the shoulders or anything like that. But no, it's been fine, man. It's I'll always have the black eye sort of look going on, the old shark eye. At least as far as I'm aware.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's going to be nice not to see everything in a half blur at the moment.
Yeah, that's like me without my glasses, mate. Very good. No, that's cool. That is good news, man. I sort of hadn't asked, but yeah, I'm glad that's sort of ticking on. So
it's pardon the pun because I've been saying this one a bit, but it's the best one for it. But it's literally wait and see with the whole thing.
Perfect. I love it. All good.
With the eye, they have to give it time. That's the biggest part. Once it gets to a point where it's not changing anymore, then they can sort of go, right, this is what we need to do. Because the way it was explained to me, if they put the wrong lens into it, it might be fine for a couple of years, but then it means more surgery again. Whereas this way, it's basically cataract surgery. I'm in and out in a day, a couple of days in the dark, and she's all said and done.
So they literally are going to keep you in the dark once it's done. So nice.
My place for a couple of days won't be terrible.
Cool. No, that's good. That's good. When is first event WA? What's the first event happening over there?
We don't have anything solid yet. I've got to meet up with Brad up at WASP. So I have basically organised and run the tournaments over here. With the exception of the SDK 1v1s. That's Stevie Browning's.
It's his baby.
Little gig.
Nice.
Little brother Stevie. I think he's looking to kick off February.
Yep.
So we were looking around there for those. There's going to be 4 of those this year. Still running the 5-man NXLs over this side of the country as well this season, and that'll be my thing. Also talking about maybe throwing in a random 7-man, and unfortunately we haven't had any 3-mans over here for a while. So yeah, I have a yarn with Brad. We'll see what dates are doing. Yep. Big thing is I generally wait, like most people in Australia, for the 7s to sort of to make his mind up as to what he's doing, but he's also at the behest of the NXL, America and Europe and that to figure his bit out. So I think ultimately we're probably just going to have to pick some dates, and given the nature of everything at the moment, they might need to be a little bit flexible. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I haven't heard anything written in stone date-wise from anyone yet. So, you see on Insta, the old paintball troll, he's been having a bit of fun with NXL dates. So
it gives me a laugh most of the time.
Oh, I love that guy. Whoever he is, he needs. He's earned his money. He's doing well. So which is good.
Yeah, a couple of troll pages that have popped up have provided some great entertainment, and shout out to Chad and Ryan for putting us onto those ones because man,
there's some good value. Yeah. So we've so event wise here, I think the next one we've got Australia Day long weekend, Coffs Harbour 3-man. So
Nice.
we're a couple of the boys are going to make the trip over from Tamworth. So the semi-pro Eskimos are going to try and get 2 teams together out of their squad, which will be good. And obviously there'll be some travelling up out of Sydney. So I haven't heard confirmation from them, but yeah, there should be. We should try and get at least sort of 3 or 4 teams there for that, which will be good.
Nice.
And just start waving that Eskimo flag pretty hard this year and support all the events we can, which is good.
Queensland Cup have got their dates out, I believe.
I haven't seen. I'm sort of anti-Facebook at the moment. I haven't got back on it since I had my little dummy spit about people messaging me at midnight asking what's wrong with their gun. So I sort of have. I'm enjoying not having Facebook. So I'm a little bit in the dark. I'm sort of waiting on other people to tell me. So
yeah, so that's probably my bad for not looking that one up, because I think I did see it in passing. But
yeah,
hey, Macca, let us know what's going on for Queensland, please.
Yeah, Macca, we might have to get you on next week, Mac. So we'll get him in.
That's all right. You can do all the talking for us.
Amen. Speaking of some talking, what I'll do, so we're doing a little Who's That Eskimo? So you're going to do some of these over at the WA events for us. I did some down at Wagga, so we're just going to throw one little Who's That Eskimo in now.
Who's that Eskimo? It's Rebecca.
Hey, Beck, you've been down here rolling out with the Eskimos at the Wagga 3-man today, so we're just going to ask you a quick couple of questions for Who's That Eskimo? So, what division do you play?
Semi-pro.
Beck plays semi-pro. Favourite position on the field?
Centre, wall, yeah.
Up the guts.
Absolutely.
Favourite opposition, team or player?
Oh, I think Rookie is going to have to be the one. We always got a little bit going on there, so he's the best.
Rookie's a beast. Made the comeback after like 20 years not playing.
Yep, he's decent.
Yeah, very cool. All right, so that's a couple of minutes, well, a couple of seconds. What's your gun? What's your favourite gun?
My favourite gun, the Geo 3.5, absolutely on point. It's great.
Nice, beautiful, cool. Thanks for doing a Who's That Eskimo, Beck.
Cheers.
All right, so that was Beck. That's our Eskimo for the week. So we're going to do these each week where we're just going to have a little chat with an Eskimo at an event, and then we'll share them with you. And that way it's not only the pro players that you guys at home get to hear about and know who's playing the game, we build the profile of the guys who are just starting out in the sport as well. So if you see them out on the field or you see them at an event, say good day, say hey to Beck when you see her. She's always happy to have a chat, and more than likely she'll shoot you in the face because she's got good survivability, that girl. So
good to hear.
Yeah, she played the 10-man mechanical with us, and her and I were playing the centre together. So on the hyperball field, so we're both charging up the gut. She'd take the left side, or she'd take the right side. I'd take the left side, and her survivability is just amazing, eh? So I was talking with Mike Wybrew after the event. He goes, "It's stupid how this girl just survives." So there were times where she was just the last person in the centre, and everyone else had just dwindled around her. So
hey, especially if you're early in your career in the sport, that's fantastic.
Yeah, she goes all right. She goes good. She's from Tasmania, so she started playing with Aspire down there.
Yep.
And then she's relocated up to Sydney, and just loving it up here at the moment. She's playing. Well, she was before COVID. She was out almost every weekend. So COVID sort of put the brakes on a lot of people. But yeah,
I was going to say a bit of span in the works for you guys.
Yeah. So I got a lot of time for Beck. She was one of the first people I messaged when we had that spot open up in Wagga. So because she is just good fun to play paintball with and good survivability. So
cool.
Good. It's a chat with Brandon Unger. So here's the little chat with Brandon that we're going to go to now, and we'll just have a chat about his move to SD and his performance business he does, which is Ardor Performance, something like that. Anyway, so check out Brandon Unger. Here's my chat with him. Brother Jones, checking in with Brother Unger. We are here for another chat. I'm gonna put my hand up. I'm learning this whole podcast thing as we go. First one, I fucked up. Second one, I fucked that one up too. Third one, we are looking good. So we're going to have another go, and this is the third charm, the third one that's the charm. So let's do this. How are you, brother?
Good, brother. I'm doing really well, man. How are you doing? I know it's been long to talk to you.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, a full hour.
Yeah, that's it. No, I'm going good. We're chilling here in Sydney. We're trying to get this up and running. Just to the whole idea with this podcast was just to keep the family close, the people in the brotherhood close, and let them know that we're here and we're still floating around and doing our bit for paintball, and we want to keep our brothers close. So we thought we'd get you on, man. We had a pretty good chat when you were out here, and we sort of liked what you're about, and you're a good fit, for a chat with the brotherhood. So awesome. Thanks for making yourself available all these times.
Of course, man. Anytime.
It's all good. So we are just going to go through and have a bit of a chat about your big move in the off season. So you're going home to the boys at SD, kicking back with Mike at Aftermath again. So it's exciting.
Yeah, man, super exciting. We actually have our first practice this weekend, so we leave probably around the same time, around tomorrow afternoon. Heading out to California. We're going to be over at Victory Paintball Park. So for those of you who don't know, that's at Camp Pendleton Marine Basing near Oceanside, California. And it's going to be a great weekend. We're going to shoot a lot of paint, and we're going to play a lot of points, and we're just going to grind it out. So I'm just really excited to meet my new teammates. We all know each other. We've played against each other as we've played throughout the years, but I don't think any of us have really played together. So it's going to be really fun to just kind of learn about each other, learn each other's habits, just as you would with any new teammate, right? But most importantly, just start developing our relationship, because we got to have a good relationship on the field if we really want to be successful got to have a good relationship off the field so we can have a good relationship and win on the field. A little mix. Taking my pre-workout now, so I'm a little hyped up. So my words are a little mixed up.
It's all good. Not to mention the fact we've had this conversation 3 times, so I appreciate it. It's getting a bit tiresome.
It's all good, my dude. It's all good.
Yeah. Look, I'm a big believer of you got to have that off-field, relationship. That's one thing we, with our Eskimo team is, especially the pro team, we all stay at the same house. When we're away at events, we all, Friday night, Macca is renowned for cooking up his Alfredo. So we'll all sit around, man, Macca will cook up for, 18, 20 people, and it's what it's all about, is just getting everyone close in the family and just, being close, which is good. You've got to have that. So you did have some good pickups, like with, Stephen Ramirez up from the semi-pro, which is pretty sweet for him, getting the bump up from Mutiny, which is good. And then, you got Barrett coming across, and it's just good.
Yeah, man. A lot of good pickups. Like you said, we've all played against each other, and I believe in all these guys. And I know we haven't even played yet, but I don't know, I already trust these guys. So I just can only imagine with a few months of grinding it out together, I think we're going to be a good tight knit family. We still don't even have those NXL dates released yet. I'm thinking it's probably going to be. Hopefully we can have another event in March like we normally do, but worst case it'd be, April, May. So on the positive side of things in that aspect, it gives us a lot of time to practice and to really grind and to gel together, Yeah. So it's going to be a grinder of a practice. I don't know if you heard much from Aftermath practices before, but I know it's just going to be like it was when I was on the team in the past. It's, we shoot a skid of paint every weekend. So it's a lot of games, a lot of paintball being played, a lot of paint being shot, a lot of blood and sweat left out of there on the paintball field.
That's it. And that's, conversations I've had with Chad when he comes over and plays with us, because, the NXL for you guys, you might play like 2 games one day, one game the next day, and then 2 games the next. So it's not like huge amounts of paintball at the tournament. And whereas when Chad comes out here, we say to him, man, how do you go? We play, on the Friday, I think we do 4 games or 5 games of, and he goes, oh, it's just like a day at training, man. We're just running points, brother, and
pretty much. Yeah, man. It's just like that. And I've been fortunate enough to be able to practice against them, when I was on Aftermath the last time. And it's just really cool having a like-minded team out there, and who's just all about grinding it out. We're going to play as many points as possible each day, so we can learn as much as possible, as much as we possibly can on the field. And speaking of coming down to Super 7s, man, like that was probably one of the biggest shocks to me. It was like, damn, we played 9 games throughout the weekend, like not including including finals. And I think that's probably one of the coolest parts about Super Sevens, not including the field, not including all the people you're going to meet and all the friendships you're going to make, but how much paintball we get to play. I freaking love it. It's just out there all day with the boys.
Yeah, and that's it. It's return on investment. You travel a long way, and even in Australia, like we've got teams that come from the other side of the country over, which is it's just huge, and you want to get as much time on the field as you can. Not to mention it's 15 balls a second. That's just
Epic.
Good fun.
Epic. Yeah. I love it. The first time I went out there, it was I think the event before the Masters event. Yeah. But we went out there, a day early to go practice, which is really nice because, as you know, it's nice to be able to practice the day prior to get kind of acclimated with the field, the weather, and just kind of dial some things in, dial the paint in, dial some shots in. And I remember the first few points playing, I just shoot my entire hopper, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta reload already? Crap, hold on. You know what I mean? I've never shot anything faster than like 12 and a half. So coming down to Australia and playing 15, it was just a whole new world. And I haven't been in the game that long compared to a lot of other players, so for me it was awesome.
Yeah, like I love 15. I love the fact that you do the maths of it quickly, right? You got your gun, you're holding your lane, you're on the trigger constantly. 9 seconds for one tube.
Wow,
it's
crazy. 9 seconds, and that goes by like that in the game too.
Especially it's just crazy. So, and that's it's good fun. So and speaking of that, like when you came down Masters last time, we had those epic bushfires. Just crazy times, crazy scenes. So
man, that was a wild time, and just to see like the photos posted all over the internet about the wildlife being displaced, and just seeing the burnt land and just seeing all the bushfires was just crazy. I was telling you this last time. I was telling a little story about flying in on a Qantas. They have that tailplane camera, so you can see out over the plane and see everything coming into land. And I'm like, oh, this would be cool. Let me open up the camera real quick. Let me just see kind of the airport from a bird's eye view. I just want to see how everything works. So I turned it on, and I just see clouds everywhere. I'm like, oh, I guess we're really not that low to the ground. And a few seconds later, boom, we hit the ground. Oh, fuck, we just crashed. Kind of realized that was just the smoke, and it really put it into perspective of how serious the bushfires were. And as soon as you step outside of the airport, not only can you physically see the smoke, but like just the smell of the trees burning and the smell of just the fires was eye-opening. It was really shocking, but I'm just glad you guys are doing better. I mean, that was a wild few months.
And that's like, it's chalk and cheese. Like last summer, we had that, and this year, it's been raining almost every day. Like that's a land of extremes. We'd look at that time when the bushfires was there. You go into Windsor and there's a sign saying Putty Road closed, and then the bridge is underwater because of the floods that happened not long after. It's just stupid crazy. So
it's wild.
But it's crazy. All good. So you run a PT, personal training business, art of fitness and art of performance training.
Yes, sir.
So, which is, it's good. I love following that. So if you don't follow Brandon on Insta, it's _Unger_Games77. So get on there, give him a follow, guys. He does post a lot of content up there from his training and that sort of stuff. I love the fact that with that you are real, man. Like you do post up progress before and afters yourself, which, man, that's a pretty big thing, that people know that you are a real person and you're going through this journey as well.
100%, man. We're all on the same journey. We just might be at different places along that journey. So however we can help each other along, that's ultimately the goal, is to create a community, create a team of like-minded individuals who want to improve themselves both physically and mentally. We've talked about that before, how the mental side of things is so important. The mental side of fitness is so important. And we've kind of talked about how, when we started working out, at first it might have been the physical aspect, but now it's really the mental side of things. So if we go without working out, without any exercise for even just a few days, we're just not ourselves anymore. I feel different mentally. It's like a switch. Everything's just switched off. And that's the one thing I try to show on my social medias is that, we're, especially like on Instagram, that's the fitness social media.
Sure.
Not everybody is just this glamorous person who has all the money, so they do these photo shoots and they do all the makeup and all this other shit. I'm like, no, man. Like, and also, we weren't born like that either. We weren't born with 6-pack abs. I know I don't have those for sure, but we weren't born just totally ripped out of our mind, super strong. And we see these done up photos, Photoshop for girls and even dudes too. It's like, man, it's just so fake. So like, I just want to be transparent with people and show them like, hey, man, I'm right there with you. We just had the holiday season kind of pass us by, and that's a really tough season for a lot of people, dieting wise, like nutrition wise, but also mentally, whether like a lot of seasonal depression, whatever the kind of case is for each individual person. It's a very kind of emotional time of the year. You're with family a lot, with friends, you're missing family, missing friends. And I just want to try to be as transparent as possible with people and just show them that, hey, yeah, I might be a fitness professional, but like I still struggle with the same things. I still struggle with, looking in the mirror and be like, damn, like I don't look as good as I want to be, or as I should, or I want to be stronger here, I want to be stronger there. We're oftentimes more alike than it really seems.
Yeah, and that's for sure. I always look at like the Instagram. Everyone's quick to post how good they're doing, but people don't keep the reality of the lows in life either.
It's like,
and it's easy to
highlights.
get caught up. Yeah, exactly. And that's all it is. The little snippets of, hey, I'm Instagram happy, So you got to keep it real and not get caught up in that their life is just a fantastic trip. So we're pretty big on being there for our brothers and trying to be that sort of ear for people that are going through a tough time, because suicide does touch us all, sadly. We've had a couple of mates recently that have passed on, and over the years in this community, it does get people. So we always just try and let people know that if they need a brother, they can reach out. We're always here. And a big part of that, for me, is that mental fitness plays a big part in my physical fitness. So so it's a pretty big thing.
Absolutely.
We're glad to have you on as our number 3 guest now, but you are the first one that'll be going live, brother. I do apologise for the technical issues. I appreciate you making yourself available for us, man. You're a true gentleman, and we do appreciate you. All the best for the coming season, man. And mate, I'll be watching on with interest to see how Aftermath chop up some teams this year. It's going to be good to see. So,
hell yeah, man! I'm excited. It's gonna be a good year. Like I said, we still have yet to figure out how this year is gonna run, but ultimately, it's gonna be a good year. I appreciate your support. I appreciate everybody out there for tuning in, and just want to say thank you for letting me come on for a 3rd time. You must really like me for letting me come on this many times.
It's all good, man. We do. So, but we do appreciate it, brother. Hopefully we'll get you out. We'll get you over here and we can play some more paintball together, man. So if anyone's looking for a baller to come out and play, hit Brandon up. He'll be keen as mustard to come back out to Australia. Actually be able to watch the landing this time, I guess, so, which would be pretty cool. All good. All right. Too easy. Thanks again, my man. I appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks, brother.
So,
appreciate you.
Cheers, bro.
Talk to you guys later.
Bye. All right, so that was a chat with Brandon Unger, making moves from Seattle Thunder to SD Aftermath, which is going to be interesting. They're putting a few people on their roster this year, Timmy, which is, they might be one to watch.
Picked up a couple extra out of DMG. It's going to be interesting to see what else Mike Kimmon's got in store for him. But must admit, as an old school Aftermath fan, I'm pretty keen to see what happens with these guys.
Yeah, I think they'll surprise a few people. And it'll be interesting seeing Brandon shooting and a couple of these guys shooting the Lux now. So that'll be good to see too. So a few more with that DLX in their hand, which is good. All right. Well, I think that's going to be us. That's going to be episode 1 in the bag, brother. So 1 down and a few more to go, I think. So we'll check in again next week. We'll get this one up on Friday, which will be what date's Friday, the 7th or something. Friday 7th or the 8th, somewhere there.
7th is for the paper.
What's that?
7th is for the eye. I remember that one.
Yeah. Surgery or Dr. Day. So yeah, we'll get this up. It'll be the 7th of January when this one goes up, 1 week into 2021. And we're just going to wipe 2020. So let's get this year happening. Lots of events coming up, and we'll keep you guys posted with what's happening around the grounds. I think that might be our term, and we'll get Mac in here to bring the Queensland info for us. So thanks for catching up with me, brother, and we'll talk soon.
Man.
All right.
Take it easy, man.
All good. Cheers.
Powering off.